Hello, everybody. My name is Steven Dutzman. I am the founder of EngageFamilyGaming.com, and I am hosting today a special podcast, a review podcast of a very special game that is Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. We have collectively spent, because we were a little irresponsible, and we spent collectively, what would you say, Jenna, like 30 hours between the four of us playing Pokemon this weekend?
Probably.
So you've put in about 20, and I know I have put in probably close to 10 after you guys went to bed. And then Jacob and Megan put in significantly less, but only because
I'm going to be playing Sword, and we haven't got Sword yet. We only have Shield right now.
Yes,
I love Pokemon.
So Jacob really just kind of got a taste and started a save file so he could get a starter that he could trade to himself later. We have spent a lot of time. So, I wanted to kind of go around the room and we'll talk about it. And we're going to go youngest to oldest. So, Meggie, this is your first Pokemon game, right? Who did you pick for your starter?
Grookey.
Who?
Grookey. I named it Cutie, though.
You named him Cutie?
Yes.
Grookey named Cutie. I told her the name because I had the best names.
Okay.
Definitely original, not from somebody I don't know.
Nick is my second favorite Pokemon. No.
So what kind of Pokemon is Grookey?
Grookey is a monkey Pokemon that looks like he lives in the forest.
Because all monkeys look like they live in the forest.
So,
and
but
he has a stick in his head.
And he's a grass type Pokemon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's actually a really good Pokemon, and he turns into a drummer.
Okay, so we'll talk more about that later. So let me ask Meggie the questions, guys, because this is Meggie's first Pokemon game. So when you started playing, how long did it take you to decide which starter Pokemon you picked? Or did you know before the game started?
I knew what my starter was going to be before I started.
You did?
Yes, and I was in the Grookey gang.
You're in the Grookey gang? So how did you decide that Grookey was going to be your starter Pokemon?
Because he's a monkey, and monkeys are my second favorite animal.
Okay, what's your favorite animal?
Cats.
Cats? Okay, and there were no cats. Well, that was last generation. Okay.
Meowth is one of my favorites.
You love Meowth too? Okay, well...
Even the big beard Meowth from this gen?
Yes.
Because he has a beard in this generation.
So,
I don't know why.
Because there's a lot of stuff like that. So,
why can't we just have normal Meowth again?
Okay. I'm asking Meggie questions now, guys.
Yeah,
so, Meggie, so you chose Grookey.
Yes.
Now, this game has a lot of reading in it, right? Because all the characters talk to each other. So have you been having any trouble reading what they've been saying to each other? No? But you're a really good reader, right?
Yes.
Yes? You gotta speak up.
Yes, I am a really good reader.
Yeah? So what's going on in the game? Tell me about it. So what's your trainer's name?
My trainer's name is Maggie, which is my nickname.
So you made your trainer you?
Yes.
Did you know that I made my trainer you?
Yes.
Yes?
But I don't like that you added the glasses.
Well, I give all of my Pokemon trainers glasses, but so you have you made Meggie the trainer, and you have a rival, right?
Yes.
Yep. And his name is Hop, and then both of you choose Pokemon. Both of you choose Pokemon, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you go on an adventure, right?
Yes.
So have you gotten any badges yet?
From beating gyms.
No.
No? But you're working on going to the grass gym, right?
Yes.
Because that's the first one?
Yes.
Almost there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, what is your favorite part of Pokemon Shield?
It's basically the point of the game.
What's the point of the game? You gotta speak up, Meggie. What's your favorite part? Do you like the battling?
My favorite?
Or do you like to just explore? You gotta... Come on, Meggie.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What's your favorite part?
My favorite part is about when you choose the starters, the first part in the game. You
like choosing your starter? That was your favorite part so far?
Yes.
Do you like seeing all the different Pokemon in the grass?
Yes.
Because one thing that is different about Pokemon Sword and Shield from other games in the franchise is that instead of random encounters where they are, just in tall grass and you don't know what you're fighting, you actually see them walk around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yes, but also one of my favorite Pokemon from this game is the Pokemon that you find in part of the game where you go into these creepy woods. There's this Pokemon the Pokemon that's on the cover of the game.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. You meet that Pokemon. You can't even fight him.
Yeah. Did you try?
Yes. Sorry
Yes.
about the spoilers.
It's okay.
You can't fight him.
So you haven't gotten very far, but are you liking it so far? And this is your very first Pokemon game. Are you going to keep playing?
Yes.
Because I know we made you play this weekend because we wanted you to be able to be on the podcast. But are you going to keep playing?
Yes.
You are? Well, that's very good. Mommy, do you have other questions that you want to ask Maggie?
I want to know who her favorite Pokemon that she has in her party is.
Oh, who's your favorite Pokemon that you have in your party? Is it Grookey or is it somebody else? You got that squirrel that you named Chubby Cheeks.
Grookey!
You like Grookey the most?
Yes!
Because he's a silly monkey?
Yes!
No, because he's Grookey.
Okay.
You said it.
All right, Maggie. So say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye!
Why?
Wow.
Why
Way
is he
to
yellow?
spike the audio there, kid. All right, go see Mama.
Go see Mama.
Daddy said sweet
Okay,
bye.
Jake.
So, hi!
All right, Jake. So this is not your first Pokemon game.
It's like my fourth. Yeah, fourth. So the first game that I had was Alpha Sapphire, which is a remake of Pokemon Sapphire.
Yep.
And then I got Moon, Pokemon Moon.
Yep.
And then I got Pokemon Ultra Moon.
Yep.
I don't know why they made that. It's just a second
Yep.
version of the same game.
Need it for money.
Well, I mean, it was money. But you stop. We're talking to Jake
Okay.
now.
And then we're playing Pokemon Shield.
Yep.
So as I said earlier, this isn't the game I'm gonna be playing. Once we get Sword, I'm gonna be playing Sword. So I picked the starter that would be useful for me to have.
Yep.
And then once we get Sword, I'm gonna trade it over, so I have two starters.
And who'd you pick?
So for Pokemon Shield, I picked Sobble,
Okay.
and I also have Grookey.
Because Grookey's your main.
Yeah, Grookey's my Gucci.
He's your what?
My Gucci boy.
I suspect that most of the parents listening to this have no idea what you just said.
Okay, Grookey is my favorite.
He's your favorite. Okay, so how different is Pokemon Shield from the other Pokemon games that you played before?
So, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, they had like the same kind of like grass mechanics, where like tall grass mechanics, where the Pokemon are running around in the tall grass.
Yep.
So that's different.
Okay, do you like it that way better than the random encounters?
Kind of.
Okay.
I know what I want to catch. I know
Okay.
what I'm going to catch or fight, but I don't know. I know what okay.
Okay, yeah, start over. It's fine.
Okay, so I know what I'm going to fight or catch, but I kind of like the other way better because it's like less like full on the screen, and like
Okay.
it's like it seems like there's more Pokemon when it's like how it is now,
Okay.
instead of the other way.
Well, I mean, I
But it
think
is kind of less annoying because then I won't run into a random Pokemon in the last patch of grass.
because you can avoid them if you want to.
Mhm.
Okay, so how do you like the battling? Is it the same?
Yeah.
Okay. So is there anything different from before?
Dynamax.
Okay, so what's Dynamax?
Basically makes your Pokemon really big and makes it so their moves are stronger.
Okay, and how often can you do that?
Once every battle, I think, right?
Well, it's only during certain battles.
Well,
You can't do it all the time.
Once during certain battles, and it's only for 3 turns.
It's only for 3 turns, so it's kind of like a Mega Evolution, but it's like longer.
No.
No,
Sure.
It's shorter?
Mega Evolution lasts until a Pokemon faints.
Oh,
But-
okay.
Mega Evolution keeps the moves the same, but makes them a bit stronger.
Makes him a bit stronger and changes your ability. Well, Dynamax keeps your ability, makes you stronger, and makes all of your moves essentially Z moves.
Cool.
A Z move is
That's from Pokemon Sun and Moon.
it's from Sun and Moon, where like there's a special move for every type, and if they have a move of that type, they can use it, and it's
If they're
really
holding the
strong.
Z crystal.
If they're holding the Z crystal, and it's really strong.
Okay. So, what else is new about Pokemon Shield from other games?
The legendaries.
Well, so, what stuff have you seen so far? Because you've watched Evan a lot, and you've played a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's new from the stuff that you have seen and done that you like?
The puzzles are like to get into the gyms.
Yep.
Gym battles. The puzzles are like less confusing. Like
Okay.
the older puzzles were like I remember from I think Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. There was like a wind gym,
Oh, that one was annoying.
air type gym, and there, you had to move around like fans to blow at other things that spun and then like basically became a doorway, and you had to do that, and like it was really confusing. Now it's just like herd sheep and avoid the things that are trying to make your sheep scare away, and also avoid battles.
Okay.
I mean, I was playing with avoiding battles because I was on the edge of not being able to control my Pokemon anymore.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about your fun experience in a minute. So, so you like it?
Yes.
Are you going to keep playing
Yeah.
once we get Sword next week? Yes?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes, you are going to keep playing. Well, that's
and,
good.
And I will have 2 starters because I'm going to trade over my Sobble.
Okay. That's probably going to be complicated because you're going to have to probably trade it to Evan.
No.
No?
No.
Nope.
I could just trade it directly. I would just need both switches at the same time.
Huh. Well, we'll see how that
Because
works.
remember, we're buying them both physical.
We are buying them both physically.
So,
Okay.
you know.
So, fair enough. So, Jake,
Yes.
thank you. Anything else you must say about Pokemon Shield? Or do you think we covered all your opinions?
One thing is that it's the best, and that's it.
You really like it.
The starters are good.
Okay. So let's say there are parents listening who are going to get this game for their kids for between now or maybe for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
What is one piece of advice that you want to give to those parents that they should keep in mind and give to their kids if they get stuck, if they've never played a Pokemon game before?
Okay. I haven't really played that far yet, so I don't really know.
So just Pokemon in general. What's one piece of advice that you think that they should know?
That, I forget what it's called.
So we'll come back to you.
Yes.
Evan.
Hold on, I have to ask you a question about what it's called. So, actually, never mind.
We'll come back to you.
Okay.
Evan,
Yes.
we're going to do this part now, and then we'll come back to you. What is one piece of advice that you want to give to a parent to remember to give to their kids if they get stuck?
There are a lot.
So pick one, and then
Okay.
maybe give the other one to your brother.
Okay. So, one thing that you shouldn't have in your party is Pokemon with the same type,
Okay.
because it means that let's say you're in a gym battle, right? And the gym battle has a type advantage over that Pokemon, over that type.
Yep.
Let's say you have 2 grass type Pokemon and you're in the fire type gym.
Yep. So fire type is strong against grass type.
Yes.
Because
Fire type is
beats
super effective
fire.
against grass type.
Grass.
So,
if you have too many grass Pokemon and
Then
you go
you-
into the fire gym,
yeah.
you're going to have trouble.
Because then you'll have less Pokemon to use because you don't want to have 2 Pokemon get destroyed right away.
Sure. So what you think parents should do is make sure to remind their kids to try to have different kinds of Pokemon in their party. So they can have 6,
They can have 6.
so they should spread them out.
Yes.
Hey, Heaven, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
You just said that you know which type of Pokemon is stronger than another. Where would a parent go to find out that information to help their kids?
Bulbapedia.
I mean, not Bulbapedia. There are plenty of type charts on Google. A type chart is a chart that shows all of the type advantages and disadvantages and non-effects.
And they can also, very soon, go to engagefamilygaming.com where we're going to talk about what the type chart looks like, and we're going to explain how to read it to people that don't play Pokemon.
Because this is confusing.
Because it's super confusing to people that don't know. So they can
Bulbapedia
go,
also works.
they can go to Pokemon, they can go to the Google and type in Pokemon type chart, and they'll
Or
get it.
Bulbapedia.
Or
Bulbapedia doesn't have a type chart on it.
Wait, what? I swear,
No, it tells
Okay.
you what type the Pokemon is, but
Yeah.
not the type
Can I
chart.
ask you guys another question?
Wait, hold
Yes.
on. Let me finish plugging all of our stuff. So they can go to engagefamilygaming.com and look up Pokemon type chart, and we'll give them that information. We would love the clicks. Or they can go to Google and type in Pokemon type chart, and they will find the actual chart.
Yeah.
Type,
And yes, Bulbapedia does have information about individual Pokemon, but not,
Bulbapedia is the best website.
I mean,
Bulbasaur-
after engagefamilygaming.com.
Bulbasaur is the second
After
best.
engagefamilygaming.com. So my question is, my first ever Pokemon game was Pokemon Moon. And I didn't know anything about the types. But when I called up my Pokemon team to battle, it would tell me which one of my Pokemon was effective against the other one.
Well, only
Does
if you
this
battle-
game do it?
Yes, but only if you've battled that Pokemon before.
But it has that same feature to make it easy
Yes.
for new players.
Yes.
Excellent.
After they've fought a given Pokemon or captured it, in the future, they will know, and it'll tell them what moves are super effective or effective against the other ones.
And that's
Yes.
why you should capture everything.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Ivan, shut up.
Okay, so. Wow.
Conspiracies there.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead? Jake, do you have a piece of advice?
Okay, I figured out the name. So, stat change is like certain moves that like change the stats of like your enemy player.
Yep.
Like if like sometimes it lowers their defense or higher your attack or something like that.
Yeah, raises.
Raises your attack. So those moves suck.
Not true.
Most of them do.
I don't like it when you use that word. How about stink?
Stink.
Okay.
Also,
Stink like
that's
my
not
dog.
true.
Okay.
Your
There.
piece of advice is not true.
Okay. Hold on.
Most of them are bad.
Okay.
Except for agility. Agility is good.
Okay. So people.
Okay, no, I'm saying this from a competitive standpoint, not a casual
Yeah,
standpoint.
so-
Okay, yes, replace those moves if you ever need to replace that, and if you ever need to replace a move.
Okay.
Yes,
So
they-
clearly,
they stink.
Pokemon
Like my
Masters. Pokemon Masters disagree.
I
Especially when you're.
disagree.
They disagree.
That's a joke.
They disagree with each other about the usefulness of moves that don't do damage and only affect stats. Ultimately, it's up to personal preference. However, every Pokemon in your group should have for casual playthroughs, especially for younger players. It's very important that they choose moves that have numbers next to the word power in their description.
Yes.
Because that means that move does damage. If the move like Growl or Leer, those are 2 moves,
Which are actual bad
which are
moves.
actual moves. So we don't have to say
Exactly.
bad or good right now. We can just talk about mechanically. If they don't say numbers in the power spot, that means they don't do damage, which means they only affect stats. And there are some that are good, and in some situations that's all you got, but everyone needs to be able to impact their opponents.
Yes.
So, Jake, thank you for your advice. Say goodbye, everybody.
Peace.
All right, so get on out of here. All right, so now Evan's going to come into the lab. Evan, this is definitely not your first Pokemon game.
6.
This is your 6th Pokemon game. You've been playing Pokemon games for a very long time.
My first one was Diamond. My second one was White 2. My third one was Omega Ruby.
Yep.
My 5th one was Sun.
Yep.
My 6th one was Ultra Sun. So this is my 8th actually, because my 7th was Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu.
Yeah. So you've played a lot of Pokemon.
Yeah.
So
Though it was really bad.
So how did you choose Pokemon Shield over Pokemon Sword?
Well, I didn't have a choice. Jacob wanted to play Sword, so I played Shield.
Well, I mean that's a choice. So he chose Sword, and so you decided to get Shield. If I recall,
It was so we
for
could
Sun
battle
and
each other.
Moon, you were the one that was dead set on Sun, and he kind of happened to enjoy Moon. So you guys kind of went backwards a little bit on this one.
Yeah, I wanted to play Sword, but you know what? Shield is a better game. No, it's not. It's
They're the same game. For the
actually
most
no.
part.
Shield has Tyranitar.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about that.
Also, they have separate gyms.
That is true. The two big differences between the two games are there's a set of Pokemon that are exclusive to either set, and in this case, for the first time ever, there are two gyms that exist in Shield that don't exist in Sword, and vice
Yes.
versa. So that's actually kind of neat. It's the first time that's ever happened, and
Yeah.
really, we were talking about this on the ride home after we picked it up.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty significant difference.
Especially if you're picking your starter Pokemon
Yep.
Okay, so like, will I have an easier time playing through the game?
Yeah, because if you are playing through, let's say, if you're playing Shield, that means the exclusive gyms there are Ghost type, and what's the other one?
I think it's Ice.
So Ghost and Ice.
If I'm not
Whereas,
mistaken.
so if you're playing there, no,
Let's find out.
Google knows. So we know Ghost because you're in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So that means you need to make sure that you have Pokemon that can
know
fight Ghost
dark
type.
moves, or dark type moves, because those are the most
But
prevalent.
if you love fighting type Pokemon,
or normal type Pokemon,
you can't
you're
use
screwed.
those in Ghost type gyms because Ghost type is super effective against them.
No,
and
because it's not super effective. But normal type moves do no damage to Ghost types.
which is insane.
Yeah.
So these are the kind of things you think about. I mean, at the end of the day, the game is playable,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's the thing. Neither of them are unplayable. It's just they are different, and that's certainly important. So
There are 3. What?
I guess so.
Huh.
Ghost, Poison, and Ice.
Okay. That's
Okay, so we were
not
close.
what the IGN article said.
Okay, well, what are you going to do? So, we got exclusive Pokemon, we have exclusive gyms. So this is your 7th Pokemon game.
Yes.
How do you like it so far? Because you've put in about 20 hours. You're in your 4th gym right now. I interrupted it to record this
You
podcast.
did.
Well, because I told you that we were going to do that. So
You told me on Friday.
I said on Friday that we were going to be recording this. So tell me, what do you think so far?
I really like it.
So what is new and different in Pokemon Shield from previous Pokemon games that you like the most?
The wild area.
Okay, so what's the wild area all about?
The wild area is an area that gives you full control over the camera.
Which is completely new for a Pokemon
Yes,
game.
and it's not like restricted. It's like you can go anywhere in the wild area anytime, and it's basically like random Pokemon show up every day, and it's
Yeah. And there's dynamic weather, meaning
that's really cool.
we were there. I was running through a wild zone, and it went from hailing to sunny. And Jenna had walked into the room and was like, "Oh my goodness, the weather changed so fast."
Magic weather?
And it's just because the game changes and the weather is a little bit different. There are huge Pokemon that you couldn't hope to capture.
Oh my god!
I remember the first time you accidentally bumped into an Onyx, and it was like, hey, check me out. You have level 5 Pokemon. I'm level 25.
The most recent one that happened was I bumped into a level 50 Snorlax.
And then it Snorlaxed you in your face.
Luckily, Snorlax is slow, so I can run away, but...
Fair enough. So you really like the wild area. This is completely new, because normally you go on Route 1, and then you go to Route 2, and then 3, and then 4, and that ties the whole game together. And now, in between the routes, there are these wide-open wild areas that are full of Pokemon and treasures, and what's up with those weird, like, red circle things?
So some of them don't have beams coming out of the top, which give you watts. And then there are ones that do have beams, which give you Dynamax raid battles.
And what is a Dynamax raid battle?
Okay, so imagine a 4-player Pokemon battle.
Okay.
That's online or offline, which I
Yep.
like better because I don't have to deal with random players.
Yep.
Because you can PvP in those.
Okay. So you basically team up with 3 other trainers.
You team up with 3 other trainers
to fight a giant Dynamax Pokemon.
to take down a random Dynamax Pokemon.
And then ultimately capture it.
And then you get decent loot.
Okay.
I had an experience with that loot. That's
Okay.
funny.
Okay, what was the experience?
So you get this thing called candy.
Yep.
It gives you levels and XP.
Yeah, so you feed the candy to the Pokemon and they get bigger.
So yeah. I thought that it would be a great way to get levels really fast.
Yep.
And so I used it on my starter Pokemon.
Yep.
Because why wouldn't you?
Yep.
And my Pokemon got to levels 15, 16, I think. It proceeded to evolve. Great. But then I realized that I forgot the level cap that you can have until you can't control your Pokemon anymore.
Yeah, so until you beat your first gym, you can only have Pokemon up to level 20.
Yeah, and so I started playing a completely different game.
Yeah.
Because now, instead of freely gaining levels, I was trying to limit the amount of levels I could get possible. So, like, I went onto a route. I ended up without any Pokemon battles, meaning I didn't catch any Pokemon, which means I have an entire route of Pokemon that I didn't catch.
Yep.
Actually, an entire 2 routes and an entire cave.
Yep. That you were just racing through, trying to get away.
Yeah, because I couldn't gain XP or else...
Or you might have lost your ability to control your starter. So you were playing a very different game. Yeah, you might have had to restart. So fortunately, you made it through.
Yeah.
So overall, you're happy with your game?
Yes.
So you're going to finish playing it?
Yeah. Probably in the next week.
I mean, you do have school.
I mean, but I'm in the 4th gym.
Yeah, it's true.
8.
It's true. All right, so that's it. That's the impressions from all 3 of the kids. I'll say I've put about 8 to 10 hours in. Our dog is absolutely excited about it. I put about 10 hours in. This is not my first Pokemon game either. I've been playing them at least partially forever. Yeah. However, I really like this game. Respects my time. It's way less grindy.
Yes, definitely.
So if you find that you are underpowered for going to a gym, or maybe you find a Pokemon that is low level and you want to catch it up, it's actually way easier to do that. So you don't have to go back and backtrack and just run around in grass. I've never felt the need, so far in my 10 hours, I have not felt the need to go to a route and just run around in circles and fight Pokemon.
Oh no, I've done that with the max rated battles because I wanted the XP. That's different. That I want to be over leveled because I like that challenge.
Sure, but also you enjoy the raid battles.
Yeah,
so,
they're fun.
So we recommend this. I mean, the reality is we just had a 6-year-old, an 11-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a grown man all tell you we really enjoy this game. There's some scuttlebutt online from a very minor group of very vocal fans who are disappointed that this game is not that much different from the other ones, because the reality is, at the end of the day, you build up a team of 6 Pokemon and you capture other Pokemon and you beat 8 gyms.
Yes.
That's it. So it's not completely different. However, anyone online who says this game is not beautiful is insane. This game is absolutely
Especially when we're
gorgeous.
talking about the music.
The music is awesome. I love how there's more guitar. It feels like there's more guitar than there has been before. So yeah, we're huge fans here. We're all going to be playing it. I think even Jenna's going to be playing this one as we get another copy. Jen, you're going to play Sword, right?
Yes.
So she said yes. She has a cold coming down, so that was a very snuffly yes. So yeah, this has been our review discussion of Pokemon Sword and Shield. In this case, I guess specifically Shield, if we were to be very specific. We hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. And until next time,
Don't forget to get your family game on.
we'll see you soon. Bye.